Hi everyone. So here we are, our live connections, and we have a special guest today, Caroline from Las des Jeux. So I'll just quickly introduce myself. I'm Nat from Connections, and I am the Communications and Outreach coordinator. So here with us today is Caroline, who is kind enough to join us today to talk about Las des Jeux. Just so everyone knows, Las des Jeux, there's actually two boutiques, one in Gatineau and one in Elmer. And Caroline, I'm not sure, how long has the business been up?
We opened in 2014, so we celebrated 5 years last summer. We've been in Elmer since 2016.
Okay, awesome. And right now, though, the boutique, the actual boutiques are closed.
They are.
But yeah, but you are available online. So you guys still have your online shop.
That's right.
And you're,
Yeah. So
yeah.
we've always had an online store, but it wasn't very active. It hasn't really been our main activity until recently. Yes. So we've had to close both shops, but we were able to keep a few employees with our online shop. So we're
Oh, that's
preparing
great.
packages and delivering them
Yeah.
to different homes in different areas in the Gatineau
Yeah,
sectors.
I think that's great. Actually, we ordered a number of puzzles last week for our family and our kids, and you guys actually delivered them. You came to our house and whatnot as well and delivered them. We just thought that was amazing, and we were really happy to see that you're still around because it's been only a few weeks and it's been really tough, with the isolation and whatnot. And it's nice to be able to order stuff online for ourselves and for our children as well.
Yes, yes, we've had so it's fun to see what people order online because we see that it goes directly to families. There's a lot of like we have craft kits and things like that as well for
Yes,
sale.
that's
So we've been
true.
selling a lot of those, and just by looking at what's in an order, we have a good idea of what type of family or how old the kids are, or if it's boys or girls. And we've had a family recently who wrote to us and said, we went out for a walk, and when we came back, we had our two packages were delivered, and the kids didn't know. And so they were super happy to see all the new games that they could play and puzzles and things.
Yeah, that's really nice surprise. So you must have you seen an influx of order? Well, obviously you have online, whereas most people would used to go to your shop, but you must see families playing games, what, weekly? Do you see this a lot of them playing games and whatnot?
Yeah, I think the board games are back. Like we've seen a huge increase in a number of customers in the past years, and just people who play more and more games. Games have been changing, like the types of games that
Yes.
people play have really evolved, and there's games
Mm.
for everyone now. So I find that people who discover games discover the pleasure of being together and having a context around which to gather around the table. They tend to come back and try to find more games, new um, themes to discover with their kids. So yeah, definitely people are playing a lot and have like a family game nights. They're back.
Yeah, that's great. And you guys must often have family games as well, right? Especially if you're trying out all the different games. So
Yes,
you guys must play a lot.
we do. We play a lot, and it's terrible to say, but sometimes it feels like work because did you know that there's about 20 new games that come out every week, which is
Wow.
a lot of games that we have to
Yeah.
research and we have to look at videos and we have to try out. We have kids, thankfully, to try some games out with. But yeah, we do. We have to play a lot. La Figure is we're known for our expertise. So basically, when you come into the store, we like to show you games and ask a lot of questions and
Mhm.
give out suggestions.
Mhm.
And so we need to know what we're talking about. We've
And
actually, oh,
yes.
sorry, yeah, go for
No,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say we created an online form now that people can fill out
Mhm.
on our website, and so it asks uh, pretty much the same questions we would normally ask in store. And once you fill out the form, an employee is going to reply to you and offer you game suggestions, just to make sure that your people are still buying the right products and that they're still having a good service.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was going to bring up was the online form that people can fill out. I think that's a really amazing idea, especially because yeah, you are the experts, right? And you know where to find the games. You try them out at home. Like this is it's your business, right? But you kind of live it day in day out, right? Whereas us, I guess I could say a lot of families don't really know what's out there. I didn't even know that there were 20 new games a week. So it's great to be able to talk to you guys and to get like feedback of what would work. So I guess you would be able to recommend games by age groups as well, right? Like different games for children, for youth, for adults as
Yeah,
well, like through that.
definitely.
Yeah,
I think one of the challenges is different age groups and different families. So I have three kids.
right.
I have 12, 8, and 6. 6 doesn't know how to read, and 12 will get bored with, games that are made for babies, as you would say it.
Right.
So normally we would suggest games based on the youngest child always, so that they
Okay.
can be included, and then we'll try to just fit in everybody's interests. So if it's if they're a family that like adventure games, then we're going to see what we have that a 6-year-old can play. Ideally unassisted, so that they can make their own decisions while they're playing, but that would also please a 12-year-old. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a great tip. Yeah, especially because us as well, we have four children. So our oldest is 15 and our youngest is 8. So you sometimes finding a game that they can both enjoy can be difficult.
yeah,
But I must say that you guys have so many games and think games that we don't really see anywhere else that it's really nice going into the shop or going into your online shop to kind of see what's there.
yeah,
And I know that our kids love it as well because they get to also try out a lot of the games that are there. You have them open and whatnot in your boutique.
yeah,
So it's really nice for them to kind of go through the different things. So now what we do now is we have our kids sit with us in front of the computer and we kind of go through what type of puzzles they like and what types of games they like. So it's really also nice to have that online form that we can fill out to get,
yeah,
everyone's feedback and expertise and whatnot.
yeah.
So,
I was going to say we're trying to link people to small videos as well, like very short 3 or 4 minute videos,
oh,
just so that they can get an idea of what the game looks like and how it plays quickly, and just to see if there's a connection there.
oh, I actually didn't even see those videos. I'll have to go look at those. Oh, that's a really great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah. So those
I'm
would
trying
be
to
found
add
on
them.
your website, right? On your,
Exactly, exactly. I try to add
okay,
them on the product, so but it's just we're working, 14-hour days. We're trying to
I'm
just
sure.
build a new business with this online thing. It's kind of having like to turn around really fast. So it's coming. I'm putting them up as we go, but they don't
That's
all have
great.
them. Yeah,
That's great. So we'll have to make sure our families go and look not only at the online form and your online shop and whatnot, but also those show clips as well. So that's
yeah,
great. It's great as well because then the kids can watch them as well and get a sense of what
yes,
they like,
yes, absolutely.
So I do have one more question. So we've been talking a lot lately about helping our kids build quiet and calm time into their day. And I see that when I look online that you have a lot of puzzles on there and you have a lot of games that they can play alone, so solo games and whatnot. And we do find that there's so many games out there like doing puzzles. It's so important to do together as a family, but all as well to do them alone. So do you think that people are using this time at home to do more of these kinds of different things? So playing together as a family, but also doing a lot of stuff individually.
Yeah. I'd have to say the item that we're selling most of right now are puzzles. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and so we talk about families, but there's people that live alone as well. So
Yep.
we've been delivering a lot of puzzles to um, people who live alone,
Yep.
and also solo games as well. So the great thing about
Mm,
solo games is that you can play them on your own, of course, but you can also play them in a co-op manner. So you can
that's
play them
great.
together as well. So you can have two siblings that say, okay, let's do challenge 3 now, and then they'll set it up together and try to figure it out together. So we've seen a lot of those selling as well, and not necessarily for people who want to play them alone, but that can, if they want to, or
Yeah.
they can also ask for help and play together.
Yeah, it would be neat to see a lot of people as well get together on like Zoom or whatnot and play some of those games as well,
Yes,
right? That would
absolutely.
be really fun to see.
Yeah, a lot of people have been
Sure.
playing board games on Zoom. Yeah, we tried that
Oh,
last
did you?
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did. We did.
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The game that we had, we both had to have the game in order to play it, but
Yes.
we're trying to find games like categories where you
Yeah.
just need a pen and paper on one side, the other person needs to have,
Mm,
the categories just to mention
yeah.
them.
I guess
Otherwise, like
Pictionary would be
photocopy.
another one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that's fun. Yeah. That'd be nice to see more and more of, right?
Yeah, staying
Especially,
connected.
yeah, exactly, to connect
Yeah.
with everyone in the community and whatnot. Now,
Mhm.
you actually brought a few games, so you're not actually at the shop, but you do have a few games that you wanted to kind of talk to us and give us a little bit of information on. So, I was gonna give you the limelight for the next portion of our show, of our get
Okay.
together. And I just, before I let you go on for to talk about the games, I just really want to thank you very much for, for joining us today, for connecting with our community and telling people, hey, we're still here, go on our online shop, especially because everyone's very isolated right now. And like you said, there are a lot of families out there, but there's also a lot of people who are alone. And this is really a great way to kind of, get through that isolation and sometimes to manage that stress and whatnot. So thank you very much, and I
Thank
will
you. Thank
send
you for
you off.
inviting me.
You're very welcome. So I'll send you off to do your game, and I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Okay, thanks. So, yes, I did bring a few games today. I brought some of our most popular games that are easy to learn and that are very accessible for families. So the first one that I wanted to present was this game here, Clack. This is the English version. There's a French version called Clack Clack as well that's available. What I really enjoy about this game is the material is really fun to manipulate. So these are little magnetic discs that oh, that we're going to be setting up on the table. So these are magnetic; they stick together, and they have different shapes on them and colors. And so what we have to do is just roll the dice like this here, and then try to find all of the discs that have these images on them as fast as we can. So this is a speed game. Speed games are very popular right now. And so as soon as we think that we have all of them, then we'll roll again and try to find more. This game can be adapted for kids that are much younger as well. We can play with only colors, so you can only use the one dice that shows colors, and then we have to look on all of these discs and try to find all of the same color, or we can use the shape only as well for younger kids. And once they're a little bit older, we can join together and then try to find combinations, so a shape and a color. I also brought another speed game. So this is a fruit punch. So fruit punch is a game that plays 2 to 6 players. So for larger families, that's fun as well. Basically, this game has cards and a banana right here inside. And so in order to play this game, you have to separate the pack of cards between the players, and then you'll each on your turn flip a card. And then as soon as there is 5 of the same fruit on the table, you have to squeeze the banana. If ever you see bananas on the table, then you have to consider that this is also a banana. It's a fruit. So as soon as there's 4 bananas on cards plus this banana, which is the 5th, you'd have to squeeze it. So that's uh, fruit punch. I brought another game that we've been playing a lot in our family. We carry it with us everywhere. It's called Impact. This game is very easy to play. It's 2 to 5 players. You can play it with 6 players too, if you want. And so this is a dice game. There you go. So you see all of the dice inside here. My daughter was 5 when she started playing it, and she was able to play on her own and make her own decisions while playing. It says 8+ on the box, but definitely can be played by younger kids. And this is a push your luck game. So you have a number of dice at the beginning, and you try to finish the game with as many as you can. The last player with dice is going to be the winner. Basically, you just have to throw them in this small arena here and try to find matching symbols when you do. Yeah, whenever you have matching symbols, you gather the dice. If you don't, then you lose them. So very simple and very enjoyable. I also brought King Domino Duel. So this type of game is a roll and write game. So basically, every player is going to have a sheet in front of them that they're going to have to fill out according to the dice that are rolled. I won't go into the whole specifics, but there's a big selection of games that are roll and write that are very easy to play. They're very fun and relaxing. Normally, they have very simple rules. They can be learned quickly. This is also a game that can be played maybe through Zoom if either both people playing have them. This is a game for 2 players only, but they have roll and writes for many more players. Otherwise, you would have to like take a picture or a copy of this so that both players could be playing at the same time. Speaking of games for 2, we believe that couples that play together stay together. I own this business with my husband, so we do a lot of playing together. There's a lot of 2-player games on our website if ever you want to check them out. So King Domino Duel is a 2-player game. It's also a roll and write game. And finally, I brought Q-Birds. Q-Birds is a game that we discovered recently. It is a card game. It has a very fun mechanic and very cute designs. So this would be another suggestion. It's a family game, and it can be played up to 5 players. Games are about 20 minutes. And so yeah, we found this game very interesting, and we can link a video on our website. So you can check out the rules and see if this is a game that could be interesting for you. So I just wanted to thank you very much for this opportunity and thank the community for the support. We've had tons of orders coming in, and we just feel extremely, extremely blessed that we're able to continue operating through our online store right now, considering everything that's going. We want everybody to stay safe, stay home, and play together at home. We'll be there to deliver games very, very quickly. Thank you.